Late at night on the bus got off as usual. Little did I know a fallen girl had set her sights on me. She followed me all the way, then deliberately stepped in front of me. This was her usual ploy to solicit business, but I remained unmoved. Instead, I admonished her that someone so young shouldn't degrade herself like this. Those words struck like a sharp slap, shattering all her pretense. The girl flew into a rage. I refused to engage further, but she wouldn't let it go. Seeing her utter lack of self-respect, I hurled a harsh curse at her before turning away. Yet the threads of fate remained unsevered. The next day, at that decaying street corner, our paths crossed again unexpectedly. This time, Erica didn't repeat yesterday's play. She simply stood there like a lost child, whispering if I could spare some money for food. After a moment of silence and scrutiny, I invited her to eat at my place. Yet to Erica, this invitation was merely the final card everyone eventually plays. What I didn't know was this would become a turning point in my shattered life. My apartment was small but tidy. I gestured for Erica to wash her hands first, then handed her a glass of juice and a simple sandwich. Yet moments later my hand drifted toward her thighs. Erica stopped me, her voice icy. $100, not a cent less. But I had no ulterior motives. I merely noticed the bruises on her legs, realizing she'd been forced. Faced with my concerned gaze, Erica seemed momentarily flustered. Just as I headed to the bathroom to prepare ointment, she tried to leave. I understood that going back meant returning to that street of ruin, back to those who hurt her. Caught out, Erica looked flustered, then suggested offering other services for payment. Faced with my gentleness and kindness, Erica couldn't comprehend why this man before her would treat her so well. I offered no explanation, merely tossed her a clean towel. Then I gave Erica my bed. I made my bed on the floor outside. The next morning, I quietly picked up the keys at the foot of the bed, grabbed my briefcase, and like a shadow, melted silently into the city's dawn. I am a substitute teacher. I arrived at this community school a few days ago. It seems like a gathering place for marginalized youth, a convergence of all kinds of abandoned young souls. But I've seen scenes like this before. To me, their rebellion was merely another repetitive template. I had my own rule: if you don't want to listen, feel free to leave. But no sooner had I spoken than a student shot back with defiance. Facing this utterly rude kid, I remained remarkably composed. Instead, I smiled and politely asked him to leave the classroom. After making an example of him, I asked the students to take out a piece of paper. I assigned a writing prompt: when you die, what would your loved one say at your funeral? At that moment, a black student walked straight up to me. I had deliberately ignored his earlier question. His intent now was to intimidate me. After my gentle admonishment, the young man realized his mistake. He stopped arguing and calmly took the paper from my hand. The class concluded in a hushed reverence. Most students submitted their essays. The girl publicly humiliated earlier admired my approach. She yearned for my strength. But I told her, many people drift through life in a haze, lacking self-awareness. Don't stoop to their level, for you'll encounter many such souls in your journey. After school, I returned to the apartment, only to find Erica had brought a guest home. After sending the guest away, I confronted her about why she kept doing this. Erica changed the sheets and came before me, promising it would never happen again. I suggested to Erica that she get tested, just in case she'd contracted HIV. It was a rational concern, devoid of any other meaning. Looking at me, Erica seemed curious. Why I cried on the bus that day. A dark memory from childhood flashed through my mind.